And we end the show today in Malawi, where anger is growing over a planned visit of the nation's Vice-President to the UK. Jane Ansah is set to visit the European nation after Christmas for a fortnight. While the visit will be in a private capacity, frustrations have arisen over the reported size of her entourage and the trip's overall cost. The row began after the leak of a document to the Malawi High Commission in London. The letter was signed by Malawi's Secretary of Foreign Affairs and listed 15 individuals who were set to accompany Ansah. And the Malawian media has published further alleged details, saying the trip will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Other local media outlets report that the trip could cost more than $1 million. There are also media allegations that the trip is to celebrate Ansah's husband's birthday. But the Vice President's office have disputed this information.
These documents did not originate from any government institution and do not reflect official records or approved government expenditures.
Ansah's office also hit out at what they call misleading false information.
The Office of the Vice President remains committed to transparency, accountability, and the responsible use of public resources, and strongly condemns the deliberate spread of false information intended to mislead the public.
But the timing of this leak has raised eyebrows in Malawi. Jane Ansah has only been in position of power since October the 4th. She was the running mate of President Peter Mutharika, who beat incumbent President Lazarus Chakwara in September's election. They promised to manage the economy, which the World Bank describes as being in a deep and protracted crisis. And since winning the election, the government has announced a series of austerity measures. Among the announced cutbacks, the reduction of both domestic and international travel by senior government officials. A human rights organisation in Malawi has lambasted the Vice President's planned UK visit.
Particularly given that the trip is explicitly described as private yet appears to be financed using public resources. While Malawians are continuously urged to tighten their belts, endure hardship, and accept reduced public services in the name of fiscal discipline, senior political leaders appear to exempt themselves from these very principles.
As of now, the Vice President's trip is still scheduled for December the 26th. While the government remains defiant in calling the leaks false information, the people of Malawi want answers. A promise of strong economic action, but citizens have called this publicly funded private visit double standards.